than others. So I think I lost the thread of communication there a little bit, but overall, we're going to do what we can to support people and continue onward.
Well, Michael, there's got to be a way that we can contact you guys better. This is wonderful that you got this room open. And like I said, Jason used to come into the rooms just as a chatter, as you know. Well,
Yep.
Maybe you don't know. But
no, I do. By the way, Jason did. I did too. So I'm very familiar with this. You know, again, it's been 20 plus years since I was a red Nick. Now
Yes.
I'm back. And you know, we need to look at overall where we're going to spend our money. So it costs money to have red Nicks who are consistently there, but maybe it is maybe there's an office hours concept of certain times. Can we do this, and can we provide support certain times, certain ways? And I'm hearing a lot of requests for support in different ways. And so I'm going to spend some time with Dan, or Rob's going to spend some time with Dan, and we're going to look at that and see what we can do. But request heard, and we need to do what we can.
Is there a way of adding you guys as an admin that will stay on, that we can contact?
The compassionate side of me that wants to connect with people wants to say absolutely yes. The challenge is that when you have hundreds of thousands or millions of people, if we say yes to that, we can get overrun. Mm-hmm. And so we do have a customer service team who that's their job, is to do that. Now, what I'm hearing is there's some use cases or things that aren't getting through. A nick is getting lost, someone's getting banned. There's a variety of things I'm hearing here today that things aren't working. And so we need to go through and evaluate our customer service, that you need to be able to do outreach, you need to be able to get proper resolution, and I think we're not getting to where we need to today.
No,
and
we
so
can't even get to customer service. You know what I mean? It used to be so easy, and now where do you go for it?
Yeah, I think that's one where we will go look at our policies on, you know, there are ways to submit tickets, there are ways to email us, and are those sufficient? Are we getting people the answers we need? Now, I'm hearing from you and the community no, and so let us go take a look at that.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. And, you know, I really appreciate it. You guys actually have saved my life. Just being that I could come on here during the time of losing my family like I did. I found my brother dead, and I thought I was going to lose my mind, and telling my mother, she gave up living, and then I had others in the family pass right along. And so coming on PalTalk has been a real lifesaver. And I know people joke around. I've been on it like for years. It was Fire Talk before, and you know, switched over. And if people acted right, that's what it's all about. But when you get jerks on here that are insulting and coming at people and harassing, that's no good, you know. And with the threats that a lot of people have had, as you know, with what's his face? Can't remember his name now. Earth. He got
Flat Earth. Yep.
Flat Earth. Yeah. I mean, I was dealing with that guy as well, so you know how far back it goes. And I appreciate your kindness on here and helping me. And I would just wish that the room was open more. I got an invite to come in. I wouldn't have known that this was even open. It's not like it used to be. And we used to be able to go into a room and it had it beside the nickname where you were, and you know, you could click on it. And oh yeah, we're going to update this and update that. And a lot of people don't like the updates. And I just thought I'd let you know. Thank you, bro.
Great. Thank you, Harmony. All right. Crown Vic lady.
So if we can, let's call this our last one.
Hello, Michael, and congratulations. I wanted to talk about the more red hats wandering the rooms, roaming the rooms.
Sure.
And I wanted to also talk about people. Well, I had it a while ago and now I done forgot.
Sounds like me earlier.
What do you call it, Peggy? Anyway, I don't want a job with PalTalk, but I would like to help out. Maybe get like a dark green nick for those of us who want to go from room to room and just take information and give it to y'all on what would make it better. You get
Yep.
what I'm saying?
I mean, one of the things I'm taking away from this is, A, we need to do more of these because I find this incredibly constructive. It's also very frustrating to me because I want to solve all these problems and we have a backlog and there are some things we have to burn off, but we will get there. And so we need to do more of this, more talking to the community, and that we need to have more ways to communicate so that you can send us information. And maybe that's an email, maybe that's a room, maybe that's a bot, maybe that's a, I don't know what it is, but we need to have more of a dialogue with the community. And so this is helpful for me to learn. And I especially want to have a kind of suggestion box of sorts where it's come in and tell us what you think of either how we're doing or what we could do better. And then we need to get some kind of summary of that so we can then put that together.
Yes, but volunteer. I couldn't believe it. I forgot the word volunteer. But I would volunteer to help out where it comes to getting suggestions or making sure there's no minors in rooms where there shouldn't be. I have a big problem with that. And just stuff like that. But I don't want to be a red hat because a red hat is higher up and they have more to do. And I'm getting older. I just want to help out. But anyway, the whisper, admin whisper, I don't like it being where it's at because you can barely click and not be paying attention and you've sent it into the room. So that needs to go back to clicking on the admin and then click all admins. That would be better on that. Because then you start a war in the room whenever it accidentally goes in the room.
Yep. Sounds like some misfires there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, trust me. And the last one is the colors.
Is what?
Colors, color font. Whenever we
that's one I think we've heard here.
Yeah, whenever we had different color fonts, it was easier for me to keep up because it wasn't just black and white all the way down. That's
I hear that. I definitely hear some emphasis on colors. So I want to draw this a little bit to a conclusion. There's some 27 people on the mic queue that we're not going to get to, and so I want to apologize to all those people. And you know, maybe Dan and Pete, if you could take a listing of those 27 people, because some of them waited for a while, and I would hate to just completely lose those. And so we can follow up with a DM and see what we can hear and help. And then please stay tuned. We will do more of these. But overall, I just want to thank everybody for taking the time out of your valuable days to come to meet me, to spend some time and give us feedback. PalTalk is nothing without the users. We are a community-based site, and it's about bringing people who are in the online world together, not the offline online. It's really online creating a community. And the reason why I put a considerable amount of money behind this and a big percentage of my own standing behind it is because I believe in this. I believe that we have a community that can do a lot more, that can grow, and we need to make some changes. It's been shrinking, and so let's figure out how we change that and make it grow and get bigger. And it's not going to happen overnight. At the same time, I am so touched, flattered, and happy to be a part of this community, and I thank all of you for making it what it is today. So with that, I think we're going to wrap. Dan, Pete, or Rob, anything to add before we close it down here?
I do want to say thanks everybody as well. You know, I'm new to PalTalk, so I will be out and about in the rooms and talking with folks. We will be trying to do these once a month, so that is our plan going forward. You will see, you know, Pete and the support team. They'll be reaching out and making this more public around when we're going to be meeting next. But So we are taking notes on who's here, and we'll make sure we contact everybody as well. Thank you.
Yep, and I would just like to thank everybody for coming. My name's Dan. I am in charge of customer support, and I want to assure you we have heard everybody loud and clear today. Many of us that manage support are in this room now, and those who oversee us are in this room now. So I'm sure we will get an appropriate dressing down and review and work to make everything better for everybody. And glad to do it. I mean, we definitely want to try to be nicer in the way we communicate with people. And, it is frustrating sometimes for us to see some of the things that are going on. And, we get false complaints and people trying to do each other in. And, it can be a little bit touchy on our end, too. So we have to, count to 10 sometimes before we answer a ticket.
So, Dan, I want to be clear, you're not going to get a dressing down. This is a really hard job. In moderating a community, it is freaking a bear because there's two sides to every story. That's why my theme here is about finding balance. And so I don't think we're doing a good enough job being responsive to our community, but I also wouldn't hold you at fault to that. I think that we need to have better tools. I think we need to have more open communication, and I think we need to have a series of value statements. And I've heard all of that from this community. So I think there are things we can change, and I would say that I wouldn't place blame or fault in customer service in that today, but there are things we can do better.
Oh, I agree. And, we're not perfect, but we do try. And I welcome it. It's a learning experience for us, too. And
Foul Player was saying that he's had good experience and he could use a private message with you, Dan.
Yeah, I opened one. I have so many messages open in the background right now. It's crazy. I'll try to get to everybody that I have one open with. Thanks a bunch, everybody.
All right. Thank you again. Everybody have a good, I was going to say time of day. For many who are in the U.S., it is your evening, so have a good evening. For those who are further afield, have a great night or morning. Thank you again for your patronage and look forward to seeing you again here on PalTalk. Good night.
Take care, gang. And just one last thing, I'm going to post a URL in here. The best way if you need contact support is not a help room. We don't have the volunteer staff that we used to have. I wish we did, but we just don't. Sending a blind email also, it'll get to us, but it doesn't really give us enough information. If you could, please, whenever you have an issue, go to support.paltalk.com. I'll post the URL in here in a moment. And up at the top right, you create a new ticket. And that'll ask you some questions, and it'll route the right things to the right people, and you'll get a much, much faster response than trying to languish in a help lobby or send a blind email. So, please use that URL at the end there, and that'll get to it much, much, much faster. Everybody, like I said, we're going to probably try to do this once a month. We'll leave the room open, but we're going to kind of lock it down, so there will be no typing or anything like that. So we'll let it open for a while so you can go find another place. Like I always said in the old shows, is you can stay up all night, but you can't stay here. So everybody have a great time and happy pal talking. Thanks again.